Git is the thing every developer swears by and every beginner swears at. If you've ever accidentally deleted a file, overwritten someone else's work, or just sat there staring at a blinking cursor wondering where your code went, this video is for you. Let's skip the fluff and get straight into it. So Git is a version control system. That's the technical definition, and honestly, it means absolutely nothing to most people. So let me put it this way. Git is like a time machine for your code. Every time you save a snapshot of your project, Git remembers it. You can go back to any point in time, compare what changed, and even work on multiple versions of your project at the same time without breaking anything. It's basically the undo button that Microsoft Word pretends to be, but never actually is. Git was created by Linus Torvalds in 2005. Yes, the same guy who built Linux, because the tool his team was using at the time had its free license revoked and the available alternatives just weren't good enough. So he did what developers do and built something better. Now, if you want to go deeper after this video, there are honestly plenty of beginner-friendly resources out there. The official Git documentation at gitcm.com is surprisingly readable, and there's no shortage of free tutorials to keep it going. But first, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll already have a solid head start, and I've got something worth sticking around for. So how does Git actually work? Think of your project like a recipe. You start with a base recipe, let's say pasta. You save that. Then you decide to experiment and add truffle oil. You save that version too. And then your friend wants to try their version with chili flakes. Git lets both of you work on your own versions of the pasta at the same time without ruining each other's plate. When you're both done, you can combine the best bits. That's called a merge. The core concepts you need to know are these. A repository, or repo, is basically where your project lives. Think of it as the folder that Git is watching and tracking. A commit is a saved snapshot. Every time you commit, you're telling Git, hey, remember this exact state of the project. Each commit gets a unique ID so you can always find your way back. A branch is a separate version of your project where you can experiment freely. The main branch is usually called main or master. You branch off it to try something new, and if it works, you merge it back in. If it blows up, well, you just delete the branch and pretend it never happened. Git doesn't judge. A push is when you send your local commits to a remote server like GitHub, which is the most popular platform for storing Git repositories online. And look, GitHub is not Git, by the way. Git is the tool. GitHub is the website that hosts your Git repos. People mix these up constantly, so just keep that in mind. A pull is the opposite. You're downloading changes from the remote repo to your local machine. If someone on your team pushed new code, you pull it down to stay in sync. And a merge conflict, oh boy. This is when two people change the same line of code and Git doesn't know which one to keep. It basically throws up its hands and says, you two sort this out. Merge conflicts are not the end of the world. They just look terrifying the first time you see them. You'll survive. Everyone does. Now let's talk about why you actually need this. Solo developers. Git saves your past selves from your future mistakes. You will break your code. You will introduce a bug at 2 a.m. and have absolutely no idea what you changed. With Git, you just roll back and carry on like a professional. Team developers without Git, two people editing the same file, is a complete disaster. With Git, it's just Tuesday. Everyone works independently, branches keep things clean, and merges bring it all together. The basic workflow looks like this. You make changes to your files. You run git add to stage those changes, basically telling Git I want to include these in my next snapshot. Then git commit to lock in that snapshot with a message describing what you did. Then git push to send it to the remote server, and pull before you push if you're on a team. That's it. That's the loop. There's a lot more to Git, rebasing, stashing, cherry picking, tagging, but honestly, if you nail add, commit, push, and pull, you're already ahead of a surprising number of people. The number one mistake beginners make is committing everything in one massive chunk at the end of the day when a message stuff or final v3. Please don't do that. Write small, meaningful commits. Future you will be grateful. Your teammates will not hunt you down. The second mistake is working directly on the main always branch for every feature, every fix, every experiment. Main should be clean and stable at all times. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what confused you most the first time you tried Git. Merge conflicts? The command line? The fact that GitHub and Git are actually different things? Let's talk. Because I genuinely read every single comment, and your answer might shape the next video. If this broke it down in a way that actually made sense, smash that button and subscribe. I post tutorials like this regularly, and the next one is going to be just as practical. Git looks scary. It's not. It's just a habit you build, and once it clicks, you'll wonder how you ever wrote code without it. Start small, commit often, and never work on main. That's the whole game.